Alrighty guys, I appreciate everybody taking time to consider my latest 911. So this one, man, this is just a super cool example with some really nice options. I did a few personal touches to it, which we're going to talk about in this video. So I just want to warn you, this is probably going to be about 20-30 minutes long. I'm going to talk about my experiences with the car, what I did to it. I'm going to point out imperfections, and then we're going to do a paint meter reading together, walk around and test it, you know, as normal. But first we're going to do the top op. We're going to go up, down, and then we're going to end with it in the up position. So we just went through 3 cycles, and the pump motor showed no fatigue. It's a good thing to check if you do the top in consecutive rotations. If the pump is weak, even if it's working, it'll start getting kind of slow at the end of the, the third or fourth go around. So this is 03, my usual kind of higher, nicer level driver quality that I bring to bring a trailer. 103,000 miles, I think. IMS clutch, the usual, and then we did some front brake pads, I believe. So everything on the car, the exterior stylings, so that's the Carrera spoiler. It is not an aero kit, but that is 100% factory. We have the flared rockers, super cool. Gives the car a nice aggressive look. The Sport Technos were obviously added at some point. It came with the standard 5 spokes, but it's cool. It's really, it just sets the whole car. It just sets it off. It's a little different, gives it a little bit of attitude, but without being, too much. So what did I do to it personally? So the first thing is I changed the whole top. I did that myself. It actually was not that difficult. It was born with a tan top, and those tan tops, they just show dirt. They don't look good. I didn't like it, so I bought a Copart car for an interior for another vehicle. It had super low mileage, only had like 36,000 miles. So I switched the entire top. And when you take it out by the frames, which go down here, it really wasn't that bad. I did it myself, actually, which I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do, but I did it. And then a nice addition is actually a 997 interior hook assembly. You can see it doesn't have the 2 access panels that the 996 has, so this is a later assembly that was either added, well, obviously it was added at some point because it came off the 996. So that's a good point. Hopefully they're not as, the 996 ones can be a little problematic. Hopefully that's the one is not. So I put the whole top on it. The top shows is new. It's in really good shape. I wouldn't have gone through that much trouble if it wasn't. And then when I bought the car, it had a cat delete, a muffler delete exhaust system on it. Now, if that's your thing, that's great. It really limits the ability to sell it. So I fitted an entire, it was used, an OE, all stock, mufflers, brackets, bolts, converters, the whole deal. And then I went with the Eisenman tips. So these are not stock. I had these kicking around off the car from who knows when. So I put the Eisenman tips on. And it just kind of completes the whole look with the rockers and the slightly wider tires in the rear. Just a really cool look. So I always try to point out imperfections. Driver's side looks really good. There's a dingo on the passenger. Oh, there's two. I see them here. Passenger quarter right there. I don't even know if you can see them. The one's there, and one is really hard to see. It's right here. I can barely see it, and I'm standing a foot from the car, but it's there. Better focus. Passenger tail light has a crack. Really shouldn't be any surprises there. There. Driver tail light is good. The wheels, they have some tarnish on them. I guess they could use a refinish. They're not terrible, but you know, if you wanted to do, I'll sell these cars to people and they say, I want to do something, what should I do? And I'm like, well, you don't have to do anything, but. So let's talk about the front bumper. So in my pictures, I was doing the pictures, right? And I'm looking through my phone, because that's what I use, obviously. And I could tell the tone of the front bumper looked a little not like the fenders in the hood. So when I look at the car with my eyes, it's a match, it's spot on. But when I look through it through my phone, I know guys are gonna ask me, because I can see it, but it could be the lighting, it could just be paint fade of metal versus plastic, or it's not entirely outside the realm of possibility that at some point over the last 20-something years the front bumper was painted. But as I stand here looking at it with my eyes, it looks absolutely perfect. When I look through my phone at the camera screen, I can see where it looks a little off. But sometimes I've seen that, not just on my auctions, on other auctions where bumpers, where plastic surfaces translate a little differently through camera filters. Not even filters, just taking a picture, like a lens. Sometimes it just translates differently. I don't pretend to know why. It's just something I've noticed. Okay, so before we go on the interior, we're gonna take my admittedly cheap and uncalibrated paint meter, and we're gonna run through the mills here. So basically what this is doing is, this is not a scientific test. This is basically just going to show us if we've had paint work done with a pretty high degree of certainty. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2. And that thing's reading. I need to get a better surface. Okay, 2, 1, 2. Driver front fender. 1, 2. Driver door. 1. 1, 2. So I'm not seeing any paint work. I mean, if anything, 2, 3, 4, 3. If anything, you could say it's maybe a little thin, just from time and age and elements and whatnot. 1, but definitely we're not seeing any paint work here. 2. Even with my cheaper scan paint tool here, when I do paint work, it jumps to like in the 20s. So you, I mean, you know. All right, everything is looking good. So it's kind of hard to read on the hood. That is a 1. And then we're gonna go up here on the hood. All right, that's a 1. Again, kind of hard to read because of the angle. But so I see no paint work. Again, the front bumper. I mean, maybe. You know, you can't take paint meters on plastic. And I mean, the car's 22 years old, so it is possible at some point the front bumper was painted. But again, when you sit here, when I sit here looking at it in person, it doesn't. Again, it could be the lighting. I don't know. It's hard to say. But from me here, sitting here looking at it, it looks perfect. So take that for what it's worth. All right, we're gonna do a little engine shot here. So it does have a newer alternator on it. That's not something I did. So that's good to know. One less thing to worry about. All right, so we're going to demonstrate the drop down here on the passenger side, the window. Good thing to check. Not the end of the world if it doesn't, but it's a pain because you have to replace the regulator. So all our seat functions work. It does have the comfort seats, which means it has lumbar support. And you might say, "Oh, I don't care about lumbar support." Yeah, but it's nice to have. It's really hard to like demonstrate, but you just got to take my word for it that functions properly. Driver's window drop down. We're going to demonstrate that. I guess it is worth noting it is tinted. You can see the tint line right there, but it's not too dark. It looks good in my opinion. We also have the okay, so this car, okay, so what I'm kind of jumping around a little bit. So some kind of touches I did on the interior. Excuse me. So this car was a design pack, which means it had the, you know, the metal, the aluminum look on the door sill, and the the AC feels good, good. So it had the aluminum look door sill, shifter, e-brake. Okay, so the shifter and the e-brake, when I got the car, had been replaced with gray. I don't know if the person didn't like it, or, you know, who knows why. I just know that's how I got it, and it was just too much gray. So this is a factory painted tunnel. This is on the build list. This is seal gray metallic from the factory, which is cool. So it breaks up the gray. But then what I did to further break up the gray, you see how the humidity we have? That's from sitting here for 10 minutes. That's condensation on the windshield. That's living in the South. I digress. So what I did to break up the sea of gray, I went with a black shifter, black e-brake, black trim here, black trim here, black here, here, and then I went with the horseshoe in black. So I kind of took the black from the tunnel up the center, and then you can't see the trim back here because it's behind the seat, but that's like the you know, the way back trim of the tunnel is also black. I thought about doing black vents and then black windshield trim, black vents, black A-pillar, black header, but I just kind of left it. You know, there is other black in the interior, obviously the instrument cluster, speaker grills, door sill trim. So it works, you know, it all ties together. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's a little different. It's just, you know, the gray is fine. I don't mind the gray. I know a lot of people, the gray. But this just breaks up the sea of gray that we get. And then I went with the black floor mats. I will also point out this is the correct floor mat for a cab with Bose, with the cutout for the subwoofer. It's a pet peeve of mine is when guys put standard floor mats in the passenger side that doesn't have the cutout for the subwoofer and they don't fit right. It drives me crazy. Alright, enough of that. So let's do a light check. We're just going to walk around the car real quick. Now we're going to demonstrate really quick passenger or driver's seat function. Everything's good there. All the various ups and downs. Normally, not all the seat directions work on these cars. This one does. All right, so I need to replace a bolt there, which I will do. Everything good, 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 good. Good, good. Good, good. Check on all our bulbs except for that guy, which I will correct when I get home. Alright. Oh god, foot's in the way. Alright, turn off hazards, turn off lights. Alright, so we're gonna do our mirrors. We're gonna do our mirrors. We're gonna do our windows. Man, always check those quarters, guys. They are, I mean, I can do them pretty quick because I've done a bunch of them, but they are a pain. And shops charge a fortune. So no surprises. Covers are adios on the sun visors. You can get repops if it bothers you. Amazon, eBay. AC feels excellent. All right, so we're obviously at temp. All of our gauges are reading properly. We have no messages. Cruise control, check. Blinkers, check. Check our wipers. Check. Check the horn. You don't check the horn until you need it, and you're like, oh, I should have checked the horn. Okay. PSM, off, on, locks, check. We did our top. Rear defrost, check. Little off topic, we have one key. The unlock lock function, so we have one key and it has a functioning fob. So one key, functioning fob. Climate, I demonstrated with the pictures, our temperature, controls, heat, AC, everything is good. Which leads me to believe that the blend door has been fixed. Because the heater got up to 100 or something. Right. Some country favorites. Don't really have a lot of problems with the CDRs on these cars. Cup holder, use at your own risk. Use at your own risk. It is there. It does function. As we all know, they are super duper sketch. E-brake clicks at 3. We did windows. The ashtray cover stays locked in place. All of our hinges are good. For cubbies and whatnot, hinge is good. Hinge is not broken on the console. Good thing to note. I guess that's about it, guys. We demonstrated those work. Alright, so the last step is we're going to do a really quick drive, and I am going to film the gauges. Oh, I gotta do pictures at the top. Oh, crap, that lady's going. back because I gotta take pictures of the car with the top up. I mean, I can honestly say when I got it, I wasn't too happy about having to change the top. It was really hard to tell in the pictures from the guy that I bought it from at the top. It wasn't terrible. It's hard to describe. It's just that gray, and it's not, you don't see a lot of them because most tops are black. But they just don't age well. Like, it wasn't ripped or torn. It was just dirty. I don't know a better way to describe it. And the car is so clean and so cool and so unique. I just kind of felt like I wasn't doing it service by selling it with this dirty top. And then I also, so the roll bar cover, and then the little covers that come up on the slides, I guess the C-pillar covers, you'd call them. So those were all tan. So I replaced those with black so it all kind of matched. And I know you can't see anything because the glare is blinding me right now. I literally can't see it in my right eye. Man, the sun is nuts. And you may be thinking, like, who would just put standard floor mats with a Bose speaker there? You would be surprised. Way more people than you think. Either they don't know, they don't notice, they don't care, or they just grab whatever and throw it in the car. I did go with the black. I have some gray mats. I don't know why you'd want them. I think the black looks super good. But I do not have the gray with the Bose cutout. Because when I got this car, floor mats were gone. Alright guys, I'm going to cut this off. This should suffice. And you got questions, just let me know. And thank you.